This week in a Soulistic life, I've been pondering the power of our words. As a storyteller, this is something that I'm so very aware of, and as someone who has immersed herself in myth for my entire life, many traditions across the world talk about the words of power that we use. We name our world. When we have a dream, we imagine that dream, but we bring it into form by speaking about it. And that works both ways. Our words of power can create the things we desire, but they also can create the things that we don't desire when we fall and succumb to complaining, to gossiping, to venting. And that's not that there's nothing wrong with that occasionally, but when it becomes a habit, guess what you create? Because the words we speak have a resonance and a frequency. And when we speak them, especially when they're backed up by the charge of emotion, they infiltrate the molecular cosmic soup around us and start to create particles from the waves of energy that manifest exactly what we've just spoken into our reality. So words of power have been very present for me, and as I was out walking with a dear friend of mine last night, we were talking about two words in particular, values, if you will, that both of us have held dearly over our lifetimes. And that was the words independence and freedom. Many years ago, when I was doing an exercise on my top values, independence was number one in my list. And when I started to look at how I spoke about independence, I realized that I was creating an experience that was quite isolated, wasn't very connected to those around me, was a bit almost fuck you independence. And so I switched that word of power for freedom. And my life has irrevocably transformed ever since. For me, freedom brings with it deep connection, deep belonging, limitless love. The freedom to love myself and others, the freedom to choose the words that I speak so that they create the experiences that my soul craves. So take a look at the words of power that you find yourself speaking on a day-to-day basis and ask yourself whether they're creating the life that your soul desires and longs for. Because if not, sometimes just a simple hack of switching a word can make all the difference. Enjoy speaking your words of power with love and responsibility.